Y'all, I had to bring y'all this story. I'm pretty sure some of y'all have heard it, but it's still wild to me. Seems like a well-to-do dentist took his wife on an African safari, and somehow at the end of the safari, she ended up shot dead. So you might ask, how did that happen? Well, his story has changed twice, and who knows if his story might even change for a third time, because, oh yes, they're planning to appeal. But obviously, I mean, if you're going on an African safari, you know how to handle weapons, right? And you know about putting the safety on as soon as you finish with the weapon, right? I mean, you're not an amateur. And so how did she end up right directly in the front of the barrel? It makes no sense. But hey, here's the story. And this bad boy has been given life in prison. So it speaks to me on a couple of levels. It speaks to me that, okay, the level of narcissism that had to be present for you to believe that you're smarter than everybody else, so you're going to get away with that. And then two, how ridiculous is that? Because one thing about a criminal who, affluent dentist, a doctor, well, you can read them. I mean, because they're accustomed to what we call skinning and grinning up in people's faces. And when the slightest little thing changes or pivots the conversation and they don't get what they want, then the facial expressions start changing, and then the real them start coming out. So, I'm going to give you guys a piece of this story up to the part where his lawyers are saying that they definitely will appeal so that he can get out of prison and blah, 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 blah. So check it out, okay? Peace. And just look at the comments on the first screen. How bad of a person are you when your brother-in-law wants to move and plans to fully move his sister's remains to a final resting place where you have no idea where she's been moved to? So how can that be done? Exhumation, or if she was cremated or whatever, I don't know. But they would exhume her. Then she would be transported to a mortuary location. If the brother is smart, he'll have a secondary pickup of her remains. Then that truck would go only so far. And then there would be a third pickup of her remains transferred to another transport, and then he would take it a certain amount of distance. When you're talking about dealing with somebody that crazy, you got to take all the precautions.